Alright, so that was all the graphics and material we have. I'm gonna start the extra scenario. Oh, these are the extra scenarios. Okay. I'm dumb. These are the extra scenarios we got by getting S rank. Hold on, let me check. Never mind, these are actually extra different scenarios. Junior, understand how much you're dying to find out. Just because I screwed you up with the san, shi. Sa, shi, su, say, so, the basics of Japanese dishes. I'm trying to find out if Pops can tell the rest of them apart, but it's not because I'm curious. It's rather some kind of obligation that I must fulfill. What if he uses something harmful to human health? I'd better buckle down and share the fact with as many people as possible. Can't overlook any chance of my comrades and friends getting exposed to his gustatory violence. But Junior, how could anyone not know what SU stands for? He's right about that. Just say SU for vinegar. It's the perfect answer, but we still have say and so here. SU is for spice, what else? No, spice? That's way too broad. That let you add anything you want then, when SU is supposed to be used. Hey, what you mean I'm wrong about that? Yes, you are. Other than that, what seasoning starts with Su then? Su, keep giving the right answer. That's it. I would love to hear your opinions about the remaining two. Of course, well, there's no way to screw up 4 times in a row. Bring it on, 5 times in a row for dead sure. To be honest, I'm not real sure about the say. It'd be Sabura lard? Is that why every dish you make is so greasy? I see, that explains it. Come on, are you saying I screwed up again? It sounds like you were actually confident in your answer. I just don't get why. Yeah, it didn't sound right to me either, but what else is there that starts with say? It's shoyi, soy sauce. Ha ha ha, won't be fooled by that. That has no say in it. No say at all. You mean it? Well, I'm too fed up to explain. Search on the internet and find out why. See. Huh. Think you're almost there anyway. Can you tell me what so stands for? Sure thing. Don't worry, no more failures. I've got the most confidence in this one. Junior, you've underestimated me all this time, but after this you're gonna cry and beg me for forgiveness. You already missed 4 out of 5. I'd say that doubting you is perfectly justified. You'll go down on your knees before my justness. So it's for sofrito, right? What? Oh, bother, you don't know anything, do you? Sofrito, it's sofrito. I've never heard of that before. So what exactly is sofrito? Huh? It's a sauce used in Puerto Rico. What else? I see, Puerto Rico, huh? Absolutely. It's miso. The answer's miso. Miso. Yes, the so is for miso. Oh, okay. So these are just dumb little scenarios. So what did you want to talk about? When the big man quickly finishes Japanese meal set, Susanari throws him a question. Last night Maeda called him out and asked him out here for a conversation. He insisted on speaking to him in person instead of over the phone, so the two men ended up meeting at their usual restaurant. Well, the thing is, 2 nights ago, Shijima and me, Tamura, dropped by the bar and apologized to us. Heard he left the city, however conscious of him. Susanari snorts with laughter at today's main topic. We didn't think he did anything wrong to us, so we didn't really get what his apology was for. Then he moved on to a party real quick to celebrate his safe return. You guys really are too nice. We just don't want to think about anything, or rather, we just want to have a blast. And Tamura joined in on the fun too? No, he didn't. He seemed to be having a hard time figuring out what to do there. Haha, I can imagine that. As far as Susanari can tell from how Maeda is having fun reminiscing about, Tamura must have been just puzzled over the situation, but not disgusted by it. He stayed with us to the end. He said he'd be happy spending time with us as we parted. Happy, huh? The words sound like a big deal, doesn't it? That must have been how he actually felt, maybe. Even though it was only for a few days in total that those 2 men spent with him, they know that he's not the type to lie or flatter you without good reason. There's something I, for one, would like to know. What's he like when drunk? I never seen him intoxicated. He refused to drink last night because He didn't want to make his injury any worse. That reminds me, he was hurt pretty bad. And not that long had passed, he'll need a lot more time to fully heal. But since he came by the bar a lot, you should have had many chances to drink with him. He was always sober when I saw him, although I heard he got drunk once and it was really funny. Funny? Yes. They say he was so funny he could become a comedian. You've got to be kidding me. No, everybody who was there treats him like a legend. Are we talking about the same Tamura? The story is rather hard to believe if you know him. Yes, he dropped some amazing puns apparently. Did anyone record it? Everyone was laughing too hard to think to do that. To that extent, huh? Yes. I really wish I'd seen that. Same here. Susanari and Maida to each other. Nod to each other with serious faces. I guess we should have dinner or something with him next time we see him with curry, and get him some alcohol. Not a bad idea. By the way, you've got the hunch too, May? Susanari gives a smile at Maida's casual suggestion. Oh, you too, Rin? I know it. I do. There are no grounds for it. I've got a hunch we'll see him again, and Susanari thinks that Tamura will stay as clumsy as always. So yes, these are extra little scenarios that I'm just gonna go through. Seeing through Chiharu's side. Other than Nanashi, Chiharu's probably my second favorite. So big bro, is that surprised? Surprised? Yes, very much. Just remembering that moment makes me amused and happy. So did he say anything to you two? Since they're here with me now, I don't think he scolded them for it. Yeah, he said we shouldn't bother you. Plus he said he had to do something for you in return. In return for what? Guess he meant the movie. I think so. That makes sense. He was the big brother who was supposed to take them to the movie. I had fun there, so he doesn't need to do anything for me. He cares about little things too much. That's what Mom says. I think I can see that. And I think that part of him is also attractive. Sis, as payback, how about he takes you somewhere? You two go out together. That'd make a lot of trouble for him. Based on my own experience, chances are low that he'd say yes. You think he'd turn you down, don't you? Eh? We have a great plan. A perfect plan. For starters, the four of us will go out together. The four of us will go out. Well, that way he'll hang out with me? Definitely. Definitely. A four-person outing. That sounds like fun. And it would probably make things easier and better than it just being us two. If you're okay with that, we can talk to him. What do you say? I wonder if it'll bother him. He'll definitely be happy to join us. He'll be bouncy. If it really makes his day, there's nothing better for me than that. Then can you do it for me? Hooray! This is going to be fun, isn't it? Absolutely. Looking at how excited they are, I become certain about something that I've been wondering about. First, I thought they were simply good guessers, but given everything they've said and done since our second encounter, I'm pretty sure. Well, how much do you two know? What do you mean? We don't know anything at all, do we? Do we? That settles it. I've been wondering ever since I first met them. They should be able to see not just mine, but everyone else's too. Guess I don't mind that they know, since it's going to happen sooner or later, but still. Well, look, can you keep this a secret from him? Sure thing. A present. You. Alright then, now cover the Kanto region. And only those that I can get pictures of to show you. Thanks. Oh, the watch! I asked Nanashi to search for the pocket watch, but his reaction wasn't as good as I thought. In a nutshell, the target features are so commonplace that he'll probably gather too much information about pocket watches, and we need to narrow down the keywords. Pay me after everything's done. The price will depend how much effort I have to put in. Understood. So what are you gonna leave without buying anything? How stingy. I was thinking about picking something up, like I promised at the beginning of Golden Week. I couldn't do it back then because I had the incident to deal with. Alright, I've been feeling like I can see a halo behind you since the moment you entered. See, you're being your usual self. So, do you have something in mind yet? If not, I can show you a mansion with some story behind it. That'd be way beyond the intel you gave me. Actually, I've already decided what I want. In fact, I came here because I decided. Ah, how intensively not to see through that. So what can I get you? Do you have something tiny like a cell phone charm or a keychain that protects its owner? We have several products that meet your criteria, but protection can mean a lot of things. We've recently got a Netsuki that has a most unique feature. With it on, it makes you almost immune to physical pain. I'd rather avoid things with obvious powers like that. What I want is something more like a place bow. Let me ask you something, obviously. You're not going to be the one wearing this, are you? Well, no. So you're going to give it to someone as a present? Yes. I get it. So you want something that doesn't look anything like a material variant. You impress me, Nanashi. Thank you for being so thoughtful. Now I know that. Would you mind sharing a little more about who you plan to give it to? To be true to the name of Nanashi Do, I ought to choose something that satisfies the both of you, and of course my lips are sealed. Well, thanks a lot, that really helps. I almost never give presents to anyone except for coworkers and my family, so it's quite reassuring to have the support of a pro. For one thing, this is a token of my gratitude for that phone call, but for another, I really just want to give her something that she'll like. One of my classmates who I've been friends with for years. I see, so is it a boy around your age? No, it's a girl. That's very important information. That decides what I offer you. I'm really glad that you can help me with this. If it was anybody else, they'll definitely make fun of me. Well, I'm not that interested in that kind of things. Still, I'm a little bit surprised. Same here, what a surprise. What the? Oh? If it isn't Kashiwaba. You look like you desire to buy something here today. What? Oh my god. Akane sent me here for shopping, but oh boy, I heard something very interesting. Did you use your power to get in here? Oh, unlike Nanashi, I thought you would notice. Agreed, I didn't notice at all, but it's very surprising that you didn't either, you. Ugh, I never let this happen during fights against variants. Looks like I let my guard down. Why him, of all people? He's never considerate about this kind of stuff. Well, Roku, could you keep this quiet? Of course, I'm gonna inform the brass of the intelligence department. It's not just anyone, but that Amakoa you. Let's take it down a notch, you. Now that things turned out this way, you need to buy a nice present. You want my help? I have a very good taste for this kind of thing. No, thank you. Newspaper Club member Saijo Megumi's inexplicable feeling. I'm Saijo Megumi, a member of the school newspaper club. Right now there's someone I can't take my eyes off of. It's all started with a trifle that happened a month ago. It was early April. I had just become a second year and ran into someone amazing. I was walking down the hallway on my new classroom floor. Teacher wanted to see me, and I was on my way to the staff room when I saw her for the first time. My first impression was, what a gorgeous girl. We share the same gender, but as an amateur journalist, I think it's natural to be interested in such an attractive individual. This is someone entirely new, I think. I offhandedly decided that I could use the article about her for a future issue, and that was how I began looking into the girl named Ogawa Chiharu. Her uniform ribbon showed what year she was in, and it didn't even take half the day for me to find out that she was in the class next door to me. Pursued her like a fashion magazine agent following an outstanding model, at least until I faced something. I was able to gain information about her quickly. To begin with, the school is a small world. If you want to know about someone here, all you have to do is interview their friends. If that's not enough, you could try friends of friends. The method worked for Ogawa Chiharu as well. She doesn't seem to do any club activities. Apparently she takes private lessons in something. I feel like she's decent at both academics and sports. She appears to eat lunch with someone. She's never in the classroom during lunchtime. I don't really remember well, but I see her talking to somebody often enough, so I guess she's got some friends at school. The more material I gained, the more something started to bother me. She seems to, apparently, I guess. Everyone I interviewed only had vague things like that to say about her. Well, I understand that even if it's right next door, you don't necessarily know much about it. I wouldn't have felt this way if the interviewees were all from my class. But why is it that even the people from her own class knew so little about her? If she were a fly on the wall, some of them would have mentioned it. And it was already proven wrong by the fact that she's absolutely attractive and eye-catching. There's something about it I don't understand about her looks too. The way she looks is so refined that surely nobody would look at her badly. With her beautiful black hair, she cuts a graceful figure. Frankly speaking, there have to be boys who have a crush on her, and maybe some girls too. Yet none of the boys I interviewed seem to have any interest in her that way. Maybe my tastes are twisted and she's generally considered ugly? No, I don't think so, because all my subjects did praise the way she looks. and that proves that nobody knows any details on her except for her looks. That is to say, none of them are interested in her. They see her as a classmate who has no connection to them. But what's most upsetting is I can accept that fact without difficulty. Ever since she caught my eye, I've been thinking about her every day. And that's brought me to see her many times, but despite all that, she won't stick in my memory at all. I don't know why, but it's pretty hard to remember how she looks. Even though I do see her every day and how refined she is, my memories about her are enveloped in mist. It's like there's some kind of magic spell that makes it hard for people to remember her, and all her classmates are under it. That magic works not only for her appearance, but what's on the inside too. She's so mysterious that I can't imagine those silly things about her. Now I can only think of her beautiful figure as a spice that makes her mystery even more enigmatic. The girl named Ogawa Chiharu may look like us students, and she might actually be something wholly different. And, are you Saijo from the class next door, right? Eh? Have you found out anything about me? I'm about to say something I have not said ever on this channel. What the fuck? I have to be honest, that was so disturbing and creepy. I was not expecting that. Page 163. Page 163, A Modern History of Dolls in Southern Kanto Region. Before letting this chapter end, there's a note I'd like to add. In the previous chapter, the question was presented for as to how identify the age of Simamaru doll. I shall demonstrate my answer. In the last chapter, I explained how his dolls had the feature of becoming more closely human-like in his later phase, but that is not a perfect description. To be more precise, his later works closely resembled a certain woman. And that woman is Miyama Setsu, the little sister of Miyama Simamaru. At one time in the past, I had the chance to observe a photograph of Setsu at the age of 12 and Simamaru at 21. That was when I discovered her resemblance to his dolls. No, it is the dolls that resemble her. At the age of 15, Simamaru lost all his family save Setsu to an epidemic. Ever since she may have been his only emotional support. That is highly likely given that it is widely believed that even though he was a misanthrope, he was open only to his sister. And furthermore, he started his career as a doll maker around when she passed away. Ultimately, therefore, his dolls can be seen as the fruit of his obsession with attempting to recreate his deceased sister. It is a fact that in the twilight of his life, he was struck by a disease and stopped making dolls for 6 months before his death. Generally, most studies say that his retirement was caused by his debility stemming from the disease, but I would argue otherwise. He quit his career because, with the use of his own techniques and soul, he finally succeeded at creating his sister, or at least a doll that bears an incredible resemblance. That explains the doll. But extra scenario 5, that was creepy. So, this is the finale of Magical Eyes Reddest for Anguish. Now, something I want to mention about Indigo Blue Heaven. Not much has been said about the game ever since the release of this game. The guys who made this game still exist. They still make tweets and stuff. But I have not found much information about the next game in the series. It has not been officially cancelled, but there has not really been any news about it either. And so I am unsure if Indigo Blue Heaven will come out at any point in the future. If it does, great, then we have another series on our hands that we can do. And we're gonna have a very long chapter 2. But that's something I want to say about Indigo Blue Heaven is I have not found much about it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one, whatever series it's gonna be. Bye-bye.